Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game 3 between Cuba and Japan of the 2024 WBA playoffs in the Connie Mack League. Cuba going to have the next two home games in Havana and at Estadio de Giron. Japan winning 7-5 in Game 1, despite Cuba's 4 home runs. And then Cuba just blitzing Japan 9-4, with again Cuba striking 2 home runs of their own. You're gonna have a decent pitching matchup with Jose Fernandez starting for Cuba. You got Masahiro Tanaka starting for Japan, and pretty decent crowd on hand in Havana at 53,395 in attendance at Estadio de Giron. And a beautiful stadium covered. There's no wind today at all, and that should make for pretty good contest here. Dave Roberts will come in and replace Hideki Matsu, who has been slumping. And he's going to be leading off. That'll slot Kazuo Matsui down to second in the order. Ichiro now batting third, was 4 of 10 this series. Sadaharu was 5 for 9. He's batting cleanup. Kenji Jojima's 2 for 8. Shohei Ohtani 2 for 8 with 3 RBIs. 5 for 7 for Akinori Iwamura. And you got Tadahito Iguchi. So they've been able to hit the ball pretty well. But so has Cuba's hit 6 home runs in 3 games. Gonna get this game going here. We'll take a look at Jose Fernandez's statistics this time around. Well, he pitched pretty well. It's good to have him back in the swing of things. So you got Dave Roberts. I'm going to be playing Japan here. I'm kind of in a mood to have a team to play with, and I think Japan could be a little bit of fun. There's a little bit of underdog here. The 1-2. Sunny 80 degrees. 12-12 record, 4.41 ERA. Ground ball to first, and he got him. Nice play. Here's Matsui, 5 for 10 this series. Here's the 3-2. And he walks him. Went 10 for 25 against Cuba this year. Ichiro's 4 for 10. 3-2. Swung on and miss. Nice high fastball, 100 miles an hour. Here's Sadaharu. Foul ball here. 26 home runs this year. The 0-2. Swung on and miss. Strike 3 on a change. That'll end the inning. And nothing across here for Japan. The top of the first. Cuba coming up. The 0-1. 7-4 with a 4.12 ERA. And a drive up the middle. There's a base hit to lead it off for Lourdes Gurriel. Lee Robert, 3 for 9 with a home run in this series. Drives it to right center. Under it is Ichiro. Actually, Ohtani, and he got it. Oliva's 5 for 8 with a homer, 2 RBIs. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to short on the second for 1. That'll be the forced play. There's a second out of the inning, runner first here. Palmeiro has hit 3 home runs in this series. with 4 hits and 5 RBIs, a 3-2. A dangerous hitter here. And a drive to center, and he rips a base hit. On his way to third is Oliva. First and third. Nobody out here is Jordan Alvarez, who has also hit a home run in this series. The 1-1. Lines it up the middle. There's a base hit and a 1-0 lead. And running to third is Palmeiro. So Alvarez connects on an RBI single to center for the 1-0 lead. Tony Perez with a bases clearing triple in game 2. Here's the 1-1. Drives at the right left center. Under it is Roberts out of the inning. They pick up a run. They're up 1-0. The pitch to Jojama. Drives at the left. Easy play for Alvarez. There's the first out. Ohtani 2 for 8 with 3 RBIs. Good home run potential, though. Also capable of striking out. He's just about to 240. He swung on a miss on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got his fastball going at 5 for 7 is Akinori Iramura. Here's the 0-2 and struck him out on an inside pitch. Great curveball to end the inning. 1-2-3. So Jose Fernandez really in a dominant streak. 1 for 5 is Campanera so far. In the series, the 1-0. Ground ball to short. Nice play there by Kaz Matsui for the first out. Grandal is 0 for 4. Here's the 3-2. 256, 13 almost 46 RBIs. Akinori Iramura picks up the ball, fires to first. There's the second out. Now you got Jose Fernandez. The 0-2. Swung on and missed on a cutter. And they go down 1-2-3. You got Fernandez with 4 strikeouts. And looking to get him on. Like Fernandez throwing how many pitches so far? 35 pitches? Like make him work. And maybe get a guy on base. But at least get him to work here. It counts full 3-2. Drive to right field. Caught by Ohtani for the first out. Tanaka, the 1-2. Swung on and miss. Struck him on a curveball. That's strike number 5. Dave Roberts drives it the other way to the left, but right at Alvarez to end the inning. And Japan has nothing to show for it so far. They're 2.5. Gurriel singled and scored. Actually, didn't score. There's a ground ball to short here. Nice play by Matsui. Throws to first and he got him. Louis Robert, 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lines that there's a base, that's going to be extra bases. And on his way to second, he's in there with a double. Oliva has really been on fire. The 1-2. Ground ball to third. He'll throw to first. They got him. At number 2, but he moves the runner over. Palmeiro singled his last time up. A 1-1. Drives it to center. This will be playable. There's Ichiro. That'll end the inning. So despite the double, he's left stranded. And through 3, Cuba's up 1-0. Matsui walked his last time up. He's looking to get on again. And try to get his pitch count up a little bit here. Nice curveball for a strike. Matsui doesn't like the call. Struck him out looking. Changeup outside, but he called for strike three. Suzuki's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Campaneris, who throws it first and gets him. Sadaharo is 0 for 1 today. 3-2. Swung on and miss. Struck him out. Brilliant fastball. And to the bottom of the fourth we go. Alvarez, Perez, and Campaneris. A 3-2 to Alvarez. Drives at the center, but this will be playable for Suzuki. Works, he's been 47 pitches, is in and out of trouble. The 1-2 to Perez. Drives it to left. There's a base hit, so Tanaka doesn't necessarily have quality strikeout stuff, but he's getting outs nonetheless. There's the 1-0 to Campaneris. Drives it to right center. This will be in there for extra bases. Campaneris running to third. He is in there with a triple. An opposite field RBI triple has given Cuba a 2-0 lead. Grandal, the 0-2. Swung on and miss. Nice cutter. Fernandez, the 1-0. Drives it to left. This will be playable for Roberts. It ends the inning, but Cuba picks up another run. They double their lead, and Japan is going to have to do something here to sort of become a bit more of a threat here. Low with a fastball. Strike one on a change. Inside the fastball. And he walks him. Otani. Strike two. The 2-2 struck him out looking. Fastball inside corner, strike three. Ground ball to short. The runner was moving along. Campaneris will throw to first, but does not run a second and in scoring position is the 1-2. And a wild pitch to move the run over to third. Iguchi with a 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. And so Japan once again leaving a run a third here. Top of the order with Gurriel, Robert, and Oliva. Throw at a ground ball second. Nice play there by Iguchi, who fires to first to Oda, and for the first out, Luis Robert with a 3-2. And he walks him. The pitch to Oliva. Weak pop up. O is under it, and he gets the out. Nice play there. There's Palmeiro, 1 of 2. 1-1. Ground ball to second. Nice play by Gucci. That'll end the inning. Despite the walk, he's left stranded. Tanaka, then Roberts, then Matsui. A 2-2. Struck him out. Ten strikeouts for Fernandez through 5 1/3 innings. Here's Dave Roberts, the 2-0. Drives it to center. Caught by Robert for the second out. Matsui. Ball 1. Ball 2. The changeup inside. Ball, oh, strike. So the bar's a little bit off here. Ball 3 with a curveball low. That's a run full. Ground ball, that'll end the inning. And Japan held scoreless through five and a half. Alvarez with a single and RBI to make it 2-0. There's a 3-2. Struck him out. Nice fastball, high and in. 2-2. Weak ground ball right to the pitcher. Will throw the ball away. There was an error. And an unforced one. I think he had more time than he realized. Cabanera has tripled in a run. There's a 2-2. Ground ball to short. 4-6, 6-3. Double play, inning over. And the error doesn't hurt him here. But we're on the top of the seventh now. Fernandez struck out 10 through 6, 94 pitches thrown. Fastball, strike one. Pitch away. Ball 2, pitches low. Nice pitch to the changeup for strike 2. The 2-2. Ground ball to short. Nice play there. Campaneris makes the throw and he gets him. Saharo's 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1. Here's a drive the other way, but Alvarez goes back, makes the play, and there's a second out. Jojima, a 1-1. Ground ball to short. Campaneris fires to first. Inning over and a 1-2-3 inning. And Fernandez is just dealing at this point. Randall is 0 for 2. There's a 2-2. Ground ball to second, fires to first, and he got him. 98 pitches thrown here by Tanaka. Probably a good idea to get the bullpen up. Otsuka. And Kikuchi warming up in a bullpen. Here's the pitcher Fernandez, the 0-1. Line drive and a base hit up the middle. Well, I sense a little bit of fatigue here, but there's no reason for him to give up that hit here. Gurriel. Ground ball to short, throw to first. We'll get the outs. Robert. 1 of 2, the 3-1. Lines that the other way. That'll be a base hit. On his way to score is Fernandez. And Robert with a big hit. Makes it 3-0 Japan. Cuba, excuse me. Oliva, the 1-2. Swung on him, missed, struck him out. They pick up another run, though. Here comes Otani, then they were more than Iguchi, then Tanaka. 104 pitches thrown here through 8 innings. High curveball. Nice change. Nice pitcher for strike 2. Drive to left center. Caught by Alvarez for number 1. Iwamura, the 1-0. Ball down the line. It's a fair ball. On his way to second. He's in there with a double. Here comes Hideki Matsui to replace Iguchi. There's the 0-2. And a wild pitch to move runner to third here with 1 down. And just a nice contact will get a run in here. The 1-2 pitch is a 3-2 pitch. There's a drive the other way, and it's going to be caught. And there's no way with the shallowness of that pitch that he was going to get anybody to come in and score. And here comes Tanaka. They're going to remove him from the ball game, and they're going to bring in um, Yoshitogo Tsutsugo. Tsutsugo to make a second appearance of the series. The 1-2 drives it the other way. There's a base hit on an RBI. So Tsutsugo comes in and drives in a single the other way for a 3-1 lead. To make it 3-1. In comes Dave Roberts. Curveball low. One ball low. Strike two. 2-2 pitch here. Drives it to center. This will be playable for Roberto any inning. Japan finally scores a run, but they're still down 2. And you got 2 lefties coming up in Palmero and Alvarez. In comes Yusei Kikuchi. And they're running Keith McDonald as a defensive replacement, as a catcher. You're going to Tsuyoshi Nishioka to come in and play at second base. So in comes McDonald. Tadahiro Iguchi went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Jojima went 0 for 2 with a walk. Nishioka coming in for another game appearance. Tsutsugo came in with an RBI pinch hit single. And Roberts hasn't done the job with the stick either. Here is Palmero, 3-2. Drives it the other way. This will be caught for the first out of the inning. Here comes Alvarez, 1 for 3 with an RBI. The 0-2. Struck him out. Nice slider. Tony Perez, 1 of 3 today. There's a 2-2. Swung on and miss for strike 3. So nothing across here for Cuba. We're now heading to the top of the 9th here. Aroldis Chapman come on in, making his second appearance in as many games. So there's a couple defensive replacements here. You have Zoilo Rosales at second base now, placing Gurriel. Jose Abreu to replace Palmero at first. Chapman are now in the cleanup spot, pitching. So we'll make these changes right here. We'll take a look at the stat line. So Gurriel, Went 1 for 4 today and has had at least a base hit in each game in the series. Versailles making a game appearance for defensive purposes. Palmero went 1 for 4 today. And Jose Abreu to come on in for defensive purposes. Eli Marrero to come in and catch for defensive purposes. To replace Grandal went 0 for 3 today. But a strikeout, he's 0 for 7 this series. I took a look at a stat line for Fernandez. Fernandez, 8 hits, 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. He is in line to win this game. Meanwhile, Tanaka, 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Kikuchi, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. There's Matsui to face Chapman. 3-0. And he walks him. And a wild pitch to move the runner over to second. And Chapman's a little bit all over the place here. He's going to have to settle down. The 1-0. Here is Suzuki. Splitter for a strike. Another good splitter, the 2-2. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Good pitch. There's Sadaharo 0 for 3 today. There's a 3-2. And he walks him. Is there anybody on the bench that could run? I believe we have found our answer. And Tanaka and Yoshida to come on in and replace Sadaharu. 0 for 3 today with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. And Yoshida to come in as a defensive replacement. And nobody's going here. Striking a fastball. Ball 1. Throwing him. They got him caught stealing. And that was quick and easy. McDonald, the 1-2 pitch. The 3-2. And he got him, struck him out. This game's over. When McDonald goes down on strikes, that will end the ball game. With Cuba prevailing. Fernandez with the win. Chapman with the save. And they move within 1 game of moving on here. Japan really struggled today with the bat. 1 run on just 2 hits, 1 error, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Not much offense. And a really dominant pitching performance. Jose D. Fernandez. With the winner, he's now 1-0 in the playoffs. And a simply dominant performance on his part. Masahiro Tanaka, who pitched well, still winds up with a loss. Aroldis Chapman picks up his first save of the postseason. Just a tremendous performance by Fernandez. He was the player of the game without a shot of a doubt. Great command today. Lots of strikes. 10 strikeouts will pretty much do that. And they come up with the win. Look, Cuba's just one win away here. As a couple of changes made here by Japan did not prove fruitful. Dave Roberts went 0 for 4. Kaz Matsui 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. So he did get on, but didn't make enough of a difference for him to sort of pick things up here. 0 for 4 for Ichiro. And he proceeded to strike out twice. Iwamura doubled and scored. And that's basically it. So from the final for tonight's game, the final score 3-1 for Cuba. They've now taken a 2-1 series lead here. And we're looking forward to see what's going to happen in game 4. Thank you for listening to this game. Please follow us on the World Baseball Association Network on our YouTube page. And we'll get around to completing the next game of today of these sets of playoff games with Ohio and Pennsylvania playing, and Ohio looking to tie the series of 2. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for watching. Good night, and take care, everybody.